Hey everyone, how's it going? Here today to talk about politicians targeting their political opponents, and those politicians, if they're in a government position, using government agencies to go after people that have a difference of opinion. So we all know this happened under Obama administration when he used the IRS to go after the Tea Party. He wanted to audit all those folks. Um, 'Cause he didn't like what their opinion was about taxes. These politicians must have learned taking lessons from the Soviets or from everyone's favorite leader, European leader from the 30s and 40s. You got Trudeau up there in Canada doing all the stuff that he's doing, but I'm going to talk about some stuff that's been happening down here in the States. We had the National Archives, they decided to raid Mar a Lago, and what they find? Nothing incriminating, right? But it's just, tactics go after, persecute, prosecute, do whatever you can to demonize and shut down and lock up folks that think a little bit differently than you do. From my understanding is every recent administration has had some violations of the presidential act, but you know, because it was an orange man, the media was all uh, hyped up about it, hyperbolic, and trying to make something out of it when actually there wasn't anything found. Another thing we have is we had the Capitol Police spying on lawmakers, right? So we had Representative Nels, I think it is. Uh, Capitol Police decided to go into his office, whether they broke in or they're claiming that the door was open. It's because the door's open doesn't mean you walk into it. But they go in there and do some reconnaissance, basically, right? Taking photographs and whatnot. I wonder why they went into his office. Well, maybe it has something to do with the fact that he spoke out against Pelosi, or that he also spoke out against the sham of a J6 commission. And then he also had some something to say about the death or murder, however you want to call it, the killing of Ashley Babbitt by Capitol Police. So they weren't content just to go into his office and spy on him. They also come back a day or so later and harass his staff. What else have we got going on here where we have people targeting the folks that have different political philosophy? Oh, yeah, we got the Durham investigation going on, and it looks like even though you had leftist media like 60 Minutes or Communist News Network and MSNBC, etc., totally downplaying the Durham investigation, things looks like some truth's actually going to eventually come out, and looks like good old Clinton campaign spied on candidate Trump and President Trump both. Spying on a uh, the candidate. Wow, this is like you know reminds you of Watergate, right? In Watergate, they broke into a building. What happened here was far worse. Uh, Using technology and spying on not only the candidate, but which is cause of deep concern is that they spied on Trump after he was in the White House. So spying on a sitting president, no national security concerns there, right? So Clinton campaign hired techs to mine data about the Trump servers. Why did they do that? They were trying to fuel the whole Russian collusion suspicions. Well, they succeeded in that to some degree. Uh, think about half of the country bought into that BS. What do you expect when all the lamestream media is just pumping that propaganda out left and right. And we had over in North Carolina elections board. They say they have the power to bar Madison Cawthorn from running for office again. You know, they don't like his opinion, so they're just gonna not let him run. That's concerning as well. Then we got recently the Department of Homeland Security under the Biden administration basically announcing that they're going to investigate thought crimes, right? If you don't have the right thought, we need to look into you. So they put out a national terrorism advisory bulletin. And it's basically what they want to do is the typical leftist playbook: control what people can read, control what they watch, control what they hear. Eventually, you end up controlling what they think. So these are some very concerning developments going on, not just in our country, but to our friends up north as well. You got big time crackdown on folks that don't have the right opinions. You know, you have these leftists get into a position of power via whatever means they got into there by, and they decide they're going to start all these investigations and they're going to do these arrests. You have the J6 people being detained and not given due process. You know, up there in the north, Trudeau violate all of his citizens' rights, and you know we got similar things going on down here in the U.S. Hopefully, things get the ship gets righted here sooner rather than later, because the longer it goes, you know, today it's this freedom and tomorrow it's that right that's been trampled on and taken away, and you know, next week it's another one. 3 months from now, it's another small step, and eventually we're all going to wake up and all our freedoms and rights are going to be gone. So, anyways, hopefully things turn around here in a bit. I think a lot of people are starting to wake up to what's really going on and starting to at least question the stuff that they're hearing from the legacy media. You know, and trusting the government. I mean, you should have never done that to begin with. But these people, I think they enjoy seeing their fellow citizen targeted because they don't share the opinion that they do. I mean, 20, 30, 40 years ago, I don't think any of this stuff would have happened. But you have one side basically succeeding to a large extent in demonizing the other side, and then you know the sheeple are out there not really paying attention. So when they're told by multiple sources that these people are evil and that they're domestic terrorists and that they're insurrectionists and all this other stuff, racist, sexist, homophobic, etc., then of course they don't mind that these people are getting booted off social media platforms. They don't care that some of them have been in jail for coming up on a year now with no due process. Scary times we live in, folks. Anyways, I'm going to end this video here, and I'll catch you on the next one.